In this installment, we'll be breaking down a 9-game Friday slate on DraftKings and Fanduel. Let's get into it. Hey, yo! Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to give you the winning ingredients for your Friday night slate showdown on DraftKings and FanDuel. We're going to be breaking down and giving you the top plays for each and every position. But before we do that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetSD. And if you are a viewer and currently not a subscriber, go ahead and click that subscribe button right now. Currently at 761. The goal is 1K. 1K will be the giveaway. Show some love and spread it to others who love DFS or sports, period. All right. Now, let's deep dive into this Friday slate. I'm pretty sure you guys will have time. This is for the weekend. This beginning of the weekend, you guys are going to be amped up. And let's get into these top plays. Starting off with the point guard position, let's not forget about the Phoenix Suns value that is going to be available. You were lucky to get a scenario where they didn't really get priced up because of the Portland blowout. They blew them out by 30 points. So some of these guys didn't get priced up to a whole nother level. You still can get Cameron Payne at 4,800 on DraftKings, the starting point guard right here. This was his first game back in about almost a month and a half. He still came through with 20 minutes, 5 points, 2 steals, 1 block, 8 assists, 2 rebounds. Very, very, very active and put up solid numbers in just a little bit of time. So 4,800, he's going to be one of the locks for tomorrow. Definitely focusing on him. Let's go to another point guard play. I'm going to give you a couple plays for some of these positions that I think you should definitely take advantage of. The next guy we are going to look at will be Darius Garland at 7,900. Keep an eye on this. This is a game environment going against the Philadelphia 76ers, which should be very, very high scoring. I want to really take advantage of this current price at 7,900 on DraftKings, just because he was close to 9,000 for a majority of the season. As you can see, 9,400, 9,300. Now he's still below 8K. Take full advantage of Darius Garland at 7,900. Let's go to another point guard that I like for you guys. Will be DOSUNMU on the Chicago Bulls going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. This is another game environment. We're going to look at two battle-tested teams here, dominant at this, beginning of the season, pretty much halfway through the season already. And this rookie has really showed up. 18 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 block, and 2 steals against the Miami Heat in that game. Another tightly close contested game. I expect that in this game against Milwaukee, they're going to need his energy, because this is a second night of a back-to-back. So they're going to be looking towards the young gun right there, help facilitating the ball on this offense and knocking down some jumpers, okay? 8 of 14 against Miami. They're going to need that type of scoring from him. Going up against Milwaukee, you can definitely put up points at a very high rate. You're getting a starting point guard at under 6K, 5,400. That is something we can look towards. Now, let's go to our shooting guard position, and someone we're going to be looking at will be Kentavious Caldwell-Pope going up against the Atlanta Hawks. Hawks are going to be on the road. They play better at home, but Washington is a team that does not play defense. So we're going to see a lot of back and forth going on in this game. We're going to see Trae Young putting up threes, Gallinari, Bogdanovich. And then when you're coming up to the Washington side, the three-point leaders on this team is going to be Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Corey Kispert, and Kyle Kuzma. Those guys are really going to have to provide a scoring punch to keep up pace with Atlanta, after Atlanta had a big win on, on Thursday. They had a pretty big one against the Chicago Bulls, 130 to 124. So definitely like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, starting shooting guard under 5,000 and getting a ton of minutes, 30 minutes in 4 out of the last 5 games. double-digit attempts in 4 out of the last 5 games and putting a very nice clip of 3 balls in each of those. So 4,800 for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is an absolute steal. Let's move over to the small forward position, and this is going to be us keying in on that Phoenix value. I already gave you Cameron Payne. Next guy we're going to look at will be Jay Crowder at the small forward, power forward position. He's over there always playing solid defense, and on the offensive side of the ball, he's staying in his little corner, knocking down the 3 ball. 2 for 4 against Portland, 4 for 8 against Utah, 2 for 4 again against the Pelicans. So we're getting double-digit points from him. We need a little more of the peripherals, the 5 rebounds, the 4 assists, the 3 rebounds, the 3 assists in another game. He provides defense as well. Look at the steals. 5 against Portland, 2 against Utah, 4 against the Thunder, and 3 against the Rockets. Definitely looking at someone right here. 100% a better play on Fanduel because of all the points boosted that you get for steals. So I definitely love him on Fanduel, but also I do like him on DraftKings at 5,300, getting a ton of minutes. Hopefully the Knicks can play tough with a more injured Phoenix Suns team. They can maybe keep it close. This is not the Portland Trail Blazers. If you want to compare that to the Knicks play a little bit harder. They're a little more spirited. So this could be a closer game. And that leads me to seeing Jay Crowder with a little more minutes. Hopefully he gets 30 minutes and above, and he'll get those peripherals to go with the double-digit points. I like Jay Crowder at 5,300. Another guy we're going to look at for the Phoenix Suns will be Cameron Johnson. This man is absolutely lethal from the three-point range. 4 for 5 against Portland, 4 for 6 against Utah. So efficient for their last 5 games. Over 50% three-point percentage. This guy coming out of North Carolina, we saw the shooting prowess in college, and now he's really relating that over to his NBA game, being a very big punch off the bench, and now he's starting for the Phoenix Suns because of injuries. I love Cameron Johnson at 5,800. Let's go over to our power forward position, and we're going to get off that Phoenix value, even though it is very, very lovely. We're going to look at Jae'Sean Tate for the Houston Rockets here. Jae'Sean Tate right here is 5,500. Denver has a very big defensive problem, okay? They've been giving up big games to pretty much any position, if you want to be 100% honest. But definitely that power forward and center position, they've been getting up huge games to that position. Jae'Sean Tate coming into this game has been putting up solid numbers. Got injured against Utah, but he is looking great for Friday's game against Denver. A little bit of an ankle injury, but he should be fine. He is now 5,500. They decreased his price because of the ankle injury, and let's take full advantage of that at 5,500. Getting starters minutes, as you can see, 29 fantasy points against the Clippers, 34 against Orlando, 36 against the Clippers. That's what we're looking towards with Jae'Sean Tate. Houston Rockets playing very, very tough ball in the last game against Utah. Now facing a softer opponent defensive-wise. So we're hoping for another close game from the Houston Rockets. A very spirited effort. We will see. But Jae'Sean Tate is too cheap. All right. And now let's move over to the center position. All right. Jam-packed with centers. You got Jokic. You got Antetokounmpo, Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, but the guy I'm going to be looking at will be Christian Wood. I told you about Denver giving up big games to the bigs down low for some odd reason. I don't know what it is, but Christian Wood is coming off a very great effort against the Utah Jazz, and now going up against Jokic, who is not that great. He's not Rudy Gobert defensive wise. He's more of a Luka Doncic that's 7 foot. That's Nikola Jokic. Okay, if you want to be 100% honest. Christian Wood is coming in this game. They're going to need his scoring ability. 24, 10, 5, and 1 block with 4 steals against Utah and Rudy Gobert. Outstanding performance. I think he takes that to a whole nother level. Hopefully the same level, because they dropped his price. He was $8,000 in salary, moved it down to $7,800. I think that is a mistake. So we're going to take full advantage of that. Christian Wood is going to be our center of the day. Now, let's move over to our value play. This one, more in the mid-tier range of value if we want to look at it, but I'm liking the consistency of Jalen Smith. He was with the Phoenix Suns, then he got let go, and he is now getting solid minutes on the Indiana Pacers. Obviously, they lost Sabonis, so they need more bigs to help down low. And he's been coming up with very solid numbers. Look at the past 5 games. 23 minutes, 29, 26, 25, 37 minutes against Orlando, putting up very good numbers, well below 6K. He's got a game with 38.75 fantasy points, a game with 30 fantasy points. As long as he's staying in his range before he gets to 6K, I want to take full advantage of Jalen Smith. He has the ability to knock down the shot. He gets rebounds at a very high clip. I watched him in college. I didn't think he would be like this talented. He's been pretty much instant offense when he gets the opportunity, cleaning up the boards, putting the ball in the basket. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Jalen Smith. And now let's go over to FanDuel, and then we'll get to our lock of the night. All right. Now, some guys we're going to look at right here. We got Cameron Payne, a little more expensive on FanDuel at 5K. That is okay. I have no problem paying that because the upside is still there. It's not a huge jump. It's not 6,000. You're like, I might look at someone else. Cameron Payne is still a very good option going up against the New York Knicks. We got Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes is a perfect fit for FanDuel. These are the type of guys you're looking at. The guys that can add blocks and steals. They give bonus points to those categories on FanDuel. So Scotty Barnes has that upside. If we look at his game log, he has a game where it's almost 70 fantasy points right there against the Brooklyn Nets. 66.2 fantasy points. That is the type of upside. Scotty Barnes, he is very active scoring, very active defensively. Definitely like him. Next guy we're going to look at the small forward position, oddly, because he's the starting point guard for the Houston Rockets. We got Kevin Porter at 5,900. If we're looking at him on DraftKings, I think he's the same exact price. Let's just double check. No, he's just $100 more on DraftKings, cheaper on FanDuel here. Came back from his injury, had a very good game in going up against the Utah Jazz. Let's see if it can relate over to this game against Denver, like I said, are struggling to defend. Very, very bad defensively. So I see a very high scoring game in this one. Take the over if you're looking to bet. Next guy we're going to look at is going to be Jeremy Grant at 6,400. And he is looking like himself from last season where he really, really broke out. Now, Jeremy Grant is 6,400 on FanDuel. His price on DraftKings is 6,300. I love it on both sites. It does not matter. $100 difference won't change the fact that Jeremy Grant is putting up solid numbers. The game against Toronto, which is happening, well, just finished right now. 26 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, and 2 threes. Very active. He's definitely that number 2 guy on the team. They got a nice little core right there between Jeremy Grant, Sadiq Bey, and Cade Cunningham. I'm liking Jeremy Grant to knock down some solid shots going up against the Indiana Pacers. And then our lock of the night. I had a whole bunch of Houston guys. So guess what? We got to make a team or a game stack in this situation. And we are looking at Nikola Jokic going up against the definite 100% worst defense against opposing centers. So I have Nikola Jokic, who is a triple-double machine, and at the center position can knock down. He can do whatever. All right, this man is super, super talented. Give me him as my number 1 play of the day at the center position. We're fading all these other guys. If you have some space to fit in another one, by all means, go ahead. But Antetokounmpo against Chicago, that's cool. Joel Embiid against Cleveland, that's cool. I'm looking at Jokic against freaking 3,000 holes in the wall with the Houston Rockets. I see this a very, very up-tempo, back-and-forth type of game. Give me Jokic at home against the Houston Rockets, all right? Those are going to be our plays for Friday's slate on DraftKings and FanDuel. Let me know in that comment section down below if you have any other ideas for guys at point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, or center, a value play that you might like, or a lock that you like more than Nikola Jokic. Let me know down below. All right. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessageSD, and I'll be back with another video very soon. Peace out, guys.